Hi everyone, Rebel here. I wanted to do just a quick stream today, just talking about Void Hunter. Um, I wanted to kind of go over a account that I started, that isn't fully purchased on all the DLCs, and for a lot of you guys, you're just going to be trying out the game because it's ending. Some of you are going to be jumping in because you left and you started a character, but you never finished because you had to buy DLC. Um, Fortunately, now you can purchase all DLCs for $25. It includes all the dungeons, it includes all the subclasses, and all the story missions. Everything is just $25. It is yours to grab, and now is the best time to come back because that's a lot of content for just $25. So there's no telling what the future holds for the game or how long we'll be able to continue to play with servers being active. But as of now, the live development portion, updates and things of that nature are, as of today, ending. um More than 50% of the Bungie Destiny side of the game was laid off today. It's been a very tough day for a lot of content creators. um Myself, I jumped into content creation because of Destiny. It's not my main game that I play, but I do enjoy playing it. So that's just a little background of what's going on today. But without further delay, let's get into some positive things. Let's get into some gameplay and just kind of a tour of the tower of where you can purchase weapons, build your kit, and get yourself set up for success to go and play in activities that are available in the game to play. So, as you can see, I don't have hardly any exotics, no exotic armor. This is the base drops that I've received. With that being said, a lot of these weapons are trash. And the reason I say that is because on weapons, if it's not an exotic, you want something that's going to um, boost your damage, uh, assist you with regaining abilities or making your abilities more powerful, or causing some kind of power loop to where you gain an ability, you do damage, and you regain that ability because of your other abilities on your gun, um, or armor pieces. And as of right now, we do not have anything like that. Um, that being said, with the update to this game on June 9th, we have multiple avenues of these set bonuses. So, set bonuses have a two piece and a four piece set bonus. So, if you have two pieces of the same gear, which is highlighted, and it's not like this four piece where it's not highlighted. I have two pieces at least of the gear to where I can um, use the rapid repair, which is when shields begin to regenerate, I gain flinch resistance and damage resistance for a short time. Not the greatest or most useful in everyday play. Maybe in PvP, which is playing against other players, competitive play, things of that nature. It'll be useful in that. But for something like this armor set, you really want the four piece, where it allows me to use primary ammos to boost special ammo progress and special ammo to boost heavy ammo progress, to where I will get more drops from the weapons that I'm using. So it'd be better to have four pieces than just a two piece. Some armor is good with just two piece. Um, we can go over here in the tower, and this was just added with the update. There is some armor right here from Solstice. We'll purchase one just so I could show you. So this armor has a two piece and a four piece, of course. But with the two piece, receiving healing temporary grants solar weapons, increase flinch resistance, handling, and reload speed. So this is really good again for PvP. But if you go to the four piece, rapid solar final blows heal you. So solar weapons, solar abilities, anything that's solar based on the damage will heal me on final blows. Excuse me. Getting late. So this set is probably a lot better in my opinion compared to the other set we just talked about. So we can try and get all the armor pieces real quick. This is something you can do if your subclass is solar. Titans, I believe. This would be good for Titans. Hunters is really good for hunters because of golden gun, and people like using golden gun or blade barrage. Um, as well as for warlocks. Warlocks, you could use this as well. Um, so we got the legs, chest piece, grips, and we just need the cloak. The cloak. There it is. So we got all the lustrous armor now. Um, the next thing and the next layer to this is going to be uh your armor archetype. So this is another layer to add to um your armor set bonus, because the armor set bonus is set every time, it'll be the same. What's not set every time is going to be your armor archetype. So for this armor archetype, we're looking at a class and melee focus on the armor, which melee is good for a hunter. But we can rock the class because of our dodge, so that can slide. But something that I try and stay away from is something like Brawler. Brawler is good for the boost in melee. But unfortunately, health has not been the biggest stat for any kind of build. Health does not provide any sort of, I guess, benefit to your gameplay. It doesn't boost the amount of health that you get, and if it's any kind of boost, it's not very much. Um, and your abilities make up for any kind of lost health or anything in the first place. So focusing on health is not the route you want to go. It's not the meta. It's not anything I would go for. And I try and stay away from meta builds anyways. I try and make my own builds, because I want to have fun. I don't want to be stuck in a box when I'm making builds for myself or for new players or people returning or people just trying out the game. I want y'all to make something that's going to be fun, make something that's going to show you um, the abilities and the power of your guardian. Excuse me. So, I would not go with this armor piece. Let's check the other ones we got. We got a demolitionist and a powerhouse. So powerhouse would be good and demolitionist would be good. Since the first one we have is a class and melee. We can go with this class and grenade for now. These next pieces are just going to determine our build or what we're going to focus on. And we'll be using some solar weapons, not all solar weapons because we're using a void subclass, but just to be able to use the final blows to heal, it'll come in clutch. So we have a siege breaker and we have a powerhouse. So like I said, health isn't the biggest stat that I want to focus on, but we'll do the powerhouse on this one. And since we have a powerhouse here, I'm going to use a powerhouse here. Next, we have a demolitionist and we have a gunner. So we have class and grenade, and then we have weapons and grenade. So weapons, grenade. Our grenade stat's low, so we're gonna go with the gunner to kind of raise that up. Finally, our cloak is a reaver, so a class in melee. So we got something going here. Now, that's just one layer of armor. The next layer of armor, up, down, whatever, um, is our stats. So our stats are kind of all over the place. We got a high weapon stat, which is great, and that's just from the armor. But what we want to do is unlock these mods, and from what it says here, Guardian rank 3 is how we do that. So people confused on what to do, where to go when you start the game. This is it. This is your next, right here. Focus. Guardian rank. So the Guardian rank you're gonna find here in your journey. You want to view your rank progress. You click it. This is what you have to do to raise your Guardian rank to rank 3. Pretty simple. You complete 3 activities in solo ops, fire team ops, gambit ops, or crucible ops, and then from there you complete the Renegades introduction quest. So you do those 2 things, and then you have access to additional fragments. Your fire team finder is unlocked, so you can do dungeons or raids or Pantheon, and then you get foundational armor mods as well from just completing the rank 3. So that is the ultimate end goal for this stream. It should take a little bit, hopefully not too long. My plan is to do this for a couple hours at most. If we don't finish it today, we'll work on it tomorrow. So we'll go from there. Let's see. So from there, we're gonna go in here, and with the Monument of Triumph, they added a bunch of triumphs to unlock. And as you unlock triumphs, you get these legendary marks. So we're gonna get these marks, and this is what allowed us to purchase the armor, having these marks. So the more of this we complete, the more we unlock. So we're back here in our solstice and engrams and all that. So this is going to be your easiest way to get your gear and weapons and things of that nature because of the marks. It doesn't cost glimmer. It doesn't cost it doesn't cost anything like strange coins or enhancement prisms. If you go to the time, go off subject real quick, I bring that up because if you try and buy exotic armor pieces in here, you need things like glimmer, ascendant shards, exotic engrams. You're just starting out in the game, so you're not going to have access to any of this. So this is a free way to get geared up over here. And all you're doing is playing the game. And the more things you do, the more you unlock. And I mean, you can't go wrong. So for The next thing we'll get from this page, um, we'll go ahead. I mean, this is um, a free exotic, a free heavy, um, linear fusion rifle. So we're gonna grab this, and now we have something to deal damage with. So, of course, we can't have two exotic weapons, in case you didn't know. So we'll have to switch to a legendary over here. Um, and from what I see, we don't really have anything too great to use. Maybe this scout rifle for now. And then down here, maybe, um, we'll go with this fusion rifle, and then we'll equip that. So what we're going to do now is something that as a new player you won't have an issue with, but if you're a returning player, you probably want to start looking into doing this. Um, you want to start deleting weapons that you have that aren't damage dealers, that aren't for PvP, that serve no purpose. Um, you don't want some random rolled weapons that serve in no kind of purpose. You're not going to use them, they're just taking up space. Um, so, what we're going to do is kind of go through and very quickly decide whether or not we want to keep the weapons that are just sitting here in our inventory, because we want to free up space for weapons we are going to use. So going back to this weapon, the reason this was the weapon I decided to use was for the perks on the weapon. Now, scout rifles are best at long range, but what you'll find is you're going to be up close and personal mostly. You won't be long range too much, especially when you have a fire team. Um, in combination with your abilities, your armor, and your fire team, you won't need to shoot from a distance. You're going to be up close, so you're going to want stuff like auto rifles, submachine guns, hand cannons, shotguns, fusion rifles, and damage dealing things like a linear is probably your best bet. You want to hit those crits. You want to see the yellow numbers pop up when you're hitting and damaging. So that's what you want to focus on. We'll start here in the heavy because we don't want any blues. Purple legendary weapons are better than blues. So there, we've accomplished that. Same thing up here, no blues, no whites. Same thing right here. And then we're gonna dig into the legendaries. But for her now, I'm gonna step away. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Thank you guys for being patient. So we're suited up. We're getting some weapons together. We've talked about armor sets. We've talked about stats. We've talked about clearing up space and how to get more gear. A goal to work towards, which is the guardian rank. So work on your guardian rank. Um, what we want to do now is continue to clear up space and start finding more weapons to go with our subclass and our armor. Um, let's see, you got clown cartridge, elemental honing. Air trigger opening shot. So we're not going to be doing any PvP today. So I'm going to delete that. We have demoralize, so precision final blows cause nearby targets to become weakened. So that's decent for what it is. If we find we'll keep that one for now. And we'll keep this fusion rifle. This is probably a really good PvP weapon. If you're seeing this, leave a comment. Let me know. Is this the move? Is this the combination for a PvP weapon? Um, and then heating up, turnabout. I mean, that's too situational. And then this overflow, and then closely melee. Mm, and this we got compulsive reloader and high impact. No, that's counterintuitive, so we'll get rid of that. All right, now we're gonna go here. Threat detector, increase reload, stability and handling, and then outlaw for reload. I mean, maybe. Hatchling, keep away. I mean, I guess that kind of goes. Boondoggle, hipfire, offhand. I actually think that works. This one, Zen Moment, Wellspring. Nah, we don't want that. Um, Reconstruction, real speed, handling, stability. There's no damage perk. I'd probably use that in PvP if anything. And then this one, Eye of the Storm, opening shot, same thing, PvP. Okay, so eventually we'll be playing some PvP because there's weapons in PvP that you kind of want to grind for. So dealing with the PvP aspect of the game will be a pain point later on. Okay. This has no distractions and precision instrument. Maybe headstone, spawn stasis crystal. I mean, you're always going to be in motion when it comes to this game. For these purposes, we're going to clear our inventory. And then we're going to check out the subclass before we get started doing the activities to get our guardian rank up. But this is what you want to do. You want to look at your weapons, you want to look at your subclass, you want to look at your armor, and then you want to have a plan for what you're going to do for your playtime. Some of us can only play for 30 minutes. Some of us can only play for an hour. Some of us can only play for 2 hours. Like me tonight. Got work in the morning, wanted to stream real quick, and I wanted to make this quick video going over a Night Stalker. So the biggest thing is you want to get access to all of these fragments and unlock your subclass fully. So again, we have a goal. We want to work towards unlocking our subclass, and where we go to do that is going to be Ikora. So we're going to go visit Ikora real quick. We'll do it right now. So Banshee is another source of weapons for you. But these are going to cost Glimmer and Gunsmith engrams. So we can get 2 weapons. Preferably, we're going to go with the solar weapon to coincide with our armor. So we got sidearm, we got a submachine gun, we got another scout rifle. Grenade launcher. Since that slot we're using right now is a special slot, we're going to go with a special for now. So let's see what we can get on this grenade launcher. We got auto loading and Vorpal. And then we also have Demolitionist. If this was a damage perk, then we'd go with Demolitionist. Vorpal is considered a damage perk because it does damage to vehicles and bosses. So let's see what we got on this one. This one, threat detector and loose change and Vorpal. I feel like the first one is better. I just wish we had a different perk other than loose change. So we'll go with this for now. And then we'll equip this pulse rifle instead of the scout rifle. Pulse rifles are a little bit better from mid to close range. Scout rifles aren't as good at mid range. They're more far range weapons. So it's good we have this pulse rifle instead. And we got a void weapon, a solar weapon for our armor set, and then this weapon to kind of just do some heavy lifting on our weapons. So for now, we're gonna break away and go to Ikora, and then from Ikora, we're going to go to do some activities for the Guardian rank. So talk to Ikora. We're gonna get Phantom Surge. This is a new melee that was added in this update. So returning hunters and new hunters, make sure you get that melee. And then fragments, we need Guardian rank 3 to get the rest of these. So that just solidifies that you want to work on your Guardian rank, because if you don't have your full subclass unlocked, you can't really make builds. So we're going to meditate right here. And then making our fate. Gonna go and unlock our Guardian rank. So remember, if you need to see your progress or what you need to do, it's on your journey tab right here at view rank progress, and then you can click to see what you need to do. So we need to complete 3 activities: solo ops, fire team ops, gambit, and crucible. So one other thing I'm going to add is this attunement tab. You can decide what to focus on. So let's say we were doing gambit, and let's say we wanted to get a hand cannon that's solar, or spare rations for PvP. This void shotgun, you could attune to any of those. This is a arc heavy machine gun. We're going to go for trust since it's a solar hand cannon, and then for solo ops, I mean, there's not really anything too exciting in here. We'll go with reckless endangerment. It's a primary shotgun, so it goes in your primary slot. So we got our gambit attune, we got our solo ops attune, and then we have fire team ops is the other thing. Mm, I mean, there's nothing I really want in here, honestly. We'll go with service revolver. Okay, so that's just to show you you can attune your weapons that you want to grind for. And it's not just, it's not just one area, it's multiple areas. You can attune your world drops you want. Maybe there's a weapon that you really like that drops Sorry. Um, you get a weapon to drop for you and you really like it. Perfect Paradox is another shotgun. We'll try and get that in our primary slot for our world attunement. Let's see what else will we be playing. We did Gambit, yes. Arena. If we do Arena, mm, I'll wait. I'll wait on that. So let's go and do some quick service roller, service roller. We got an opponent mask. We'll do a quick solo op just to save time. Um, Again, once this video has posted, please feel free to let me know, is this information helpful? Give me a like if it is. Leave a comment if there's anything you want to see. Maybe a stream over or a long form video. Something I can do to just kind of go more in depth for you guys. One thing you want to note is under where it says Skywatch on the screen, it says thin combatant forces. That's a bonus objective. The higher in level and rank you get, this is going to build towards giving you some extra rewards. It'll raise your score. This playlist is a score-based playlist, so if you want to get extra rewards, then you want to make sure you're focusing on the bonus objective each run you do of solo ops. I'm just gonna make our way through here. And that objective is complete, so now we can just continue to do whatever you need to do. There is an ogre behind me. Oh, let's see what we got. Weapon. Where are these wizards coming from? Bro. It's so easy to get exotics in this game. Um, so you just want to make sure you're using your abilities and your supers and just trying to stay alive. Uh, if you're getting hit from, you know, behind you, you want to duck behind cover, let your health regen, and continue. And just like that. Got double drops and a cloak. So aluminum potent, well amplified fusion rifle, linear fusion rifles, heat weapons, gain increased handling, reload, and vent speeds. 4-piece shock and clear. Final blows with jolt or against jolted combatants create ionic traces. So this leans into the arc subclass. And then for here on the weapons, we got Lone Wolf. So this is good for when you're playing either alone as a solo player, or when you're not near your allies. So Lone Wolf is usually good for that. A trench barrel, you want to do a melee, and then you'll receive increased damage, handling, and reload speed, or until you shoot your weapon 3 times. All-Star, collecting ammo loads the weapon from reserves, enhances damage and reload speed for improved duration. For collecting heavy ammo, it does it for a longer period. Different maps have different objectives. This one is just making sure you kill combatants. Nope, that's not what I wanted. And those little green minions that are hopping out are because of my gun. Any strand weapons that have hatchling will produce those. So that's where those are coming from. And it's kind of handy to have because it just gives a little bit of extra help to damage, and it'll help you hit enemies that are behind obstacles or walls. Um, there's builds that utilize hatchling, and if you get the Lightfall DLC, that will give you access to the Strand subclass, and that as well will allow you to make builds having to do with the Strand subclass. Um, we're going invisible because of on the prowl, or picking up these void, these things right here. This will give us on the prowl, and when you kill an enemy, it turns you invisible. So certain enemies that are glowing like that, it'll activate. You go in here, and it turns you invisible. So this is good for if you're taking a lot of damage and you need to get out the way. That's your ticket to, dodge some damage. These are the objective. That's what they're called, are oracles. Now, not to be confused with Vault of Glass oracles, they will not look like that. Let's go get this. Those explode. You don't want them to get too close. Sometimes during these solo missions, you will have a little mini boss or a glowing boss. It's going to count towards your score if you defeat it before it escapes. But that's probably going to show up more in the higher tier solo ops. But just something to note for the future. And I just want to verify something. Rapid solar final blows heal me. Okay. Rapid solar final blows. And we're going to go over here. Oh, there's the heel. So we need one more completion, and uh, then we'll have to go do the Renegade introduction quest. But solo ops is definitely going to be faster than going and doing fire team ops or gambit or anything like that. And then this way you just get to see how your build works. You get to test it out. It's not very intense. Like I had time to pause and look at how do I activate my 4-piece set bonus, and I just got to make sure I'm getting rapid kills with the solar weapon I have. Same thing. We just got to defeat combatants. If you notice as I'm shooting, I'm trying to hit those critical spots because that's how I'm gonna trigger the hatchling. So you always want to aim for those crit spots, even if you don't have something like hatchling. Uh, just because the crit is gonna give you more damage as you fire your weapon. So always, always, always aim for the crit spot. Whether it's a regular enemy, a boss enemy, uh, just always aim for that crit spot. It's gonna help you kill enemies a lot faster. And you, and once your inventory fills up, your items start going to your postmaster back at the tower. So we're gonna head to the tower to check it out. Uh, and that's the three activities we needed to do anyways, so we'll head that way. And we're about at the hour mark, so if you made it this far, um, what questions do you have for me? Um, be sure to leave comments. Be sure to, if there's something I went over at the beginning and you're not exactly sure or clarified on, or I didn't touch on something, feel free and welcome to add to the video. The engagement is welcome. The suggestions and the any kind of critiques are also welcome. Oh, that's that's definitely a PvP role. Let's see, Grave Robber with Swashbuckler. That's a good combination because Swashbuckler is going to give you increased damage to your weapon. Um, and as you do your melee final blows, it's going to reload because of Grave Robber, your weapon. So that's a cool interaction you got. Handling is always a must on shotguns. And then you can always add stuff like these mods if you want. Add some more handling or reload if you want more reload. Let's take a look at the weapons we have. So One thing that I didn't discuss because there wasn't really opportunity to discuss it until right now. If you have weapons that the power on the weapon is higher than the weapon you're currently using, you can dismantle it and focus it into your weapon. So, let's say these rolls on these weapons aren't too great, and it's not something that works for your liking or playstyle. You can dismantle them into your weapon and have a higher power on your weapon by dismantling it. And all you got to do is go to this infuse, and then you hold down whatever your dismantle button is, and it'll give your weapon more power. So right now, keep away is decent because we're going to be far away with the scout rifle. Hip fire isn't something you want to do on a scout rifle. Now, the only exception is when it has this trait, this text balance stock. When you're firing from the hip, it increases handling, reload speed, and movement speed um, while aiming down sights. So you're doing your kills from without aiming down sights, but when you aim down sights, movement speed increases after your kill or damage. Adhesive ordnance, firefly. So if we didn't have this hip fire and something else that was kind of playing into these other perks, this would be a perfect addition. Let's check out this one. See what this has. So this has keep away, stopping power, focus fury. So this focus fury would be good if we had something like subsistence, which kept the magazine reloading, or something like do any of these weapons have it? No, I think I put it in my vault. Yeah, I put it up in my vault. There's a perk called rewind rounds, whereas you fire your weapon, it reloads ammo into the gun. So something like that would be good with that perk, Focus Fury, because um, it as long as we're doing precision damage, which is the damage like headshots, it will grant bonus damage for an improved duration. The only downside is as we get down in the magazine, it's going to reload and then the bonus is taken away and we have to restack it again. So it's not something you can keep going forever unless you had some kind of perk like that. But this is a better set of perks. But like I said, we just need something that will allow us to continually shoot our weapon without reloading. So with that being said, I'm going to put that into the nightshade. Um, and I'm going to keep this other one, even though it has hip fire grip. I do like Firefly better than anything, so if this had Firefly on it instead of that, it would be a good roll. And now the shotguns. As I said, the shotguns, you want probably a handling masterwork for shotguns, and none of these have handling. They have reload. This has barrel constrictor, all star, lone wolf. This one has bewildering burst, all star, trench barrel, lone wolf. And then this one has dual loader, opening shot, offhand strike, lone wolf. Hmm. We can add this handling on. I mean, really, none of those are the greatest. So probably just dismantle or destroy all of them. And then this fusion rifle, it has hatchling, threat detector, compulsive reloader. Um, so these two together are good. As projection fuse. So threat detector is good because you have targets in close proximity, you get increased reload, stability, and handling. And then surrounded is good because you gain improved damage when 3 or more targets are in close proximity. So these perks like these are what you want on your weapons. Things that play hand in hand together. Something with damage, it improves your reload. With threat detector, so you're staying in the fight longer and you're having a better reload, and it just plays well together because they're both doing kind of the same idea with having combatants close by. So I'm actually considering swapping it up. And then we have a void weapon right here for our void subclass. And then a void bow. This one has Withering Gaze and Demoralize, which I think is a good combo. This one is just moving target and Adagio. Maybe a PvP. I don't know. Have to try it out, see how it works in PvP. Do that. And we have to just do a Renegade's Introduction quest. So we're going to go do that. And Renegades is going to be here on the Lawless Frontier. And we're going to launch that. And I'm going to grab a drink. Oh, never mind. Have a drink. Okay, now I'm going to grab a drink. Hi, Papa Bear. Hi, Princy Bear. Are you sleeping good? Did I wake you? I'm sorry. Okay. He loves his family. Okay. So you can do the normal campaign if you would like. I have always done the legend or the legendary campaign because at the end you get the exotic armor that comes with the DLC. This has been present since Witch Queen, I believe. So it's up to you. I'm not gonna say you have to do it one way or the other. And then it'll give you a power boost once you're done with the campaign. So, but I mean, as you play, you're going to get drops in gear anyways. The Renegades campaign is a Star Wars themed campaign, so you're gonna see a lot of Star Wars-esque things. Things like lightsabers, things like blasters and weapons that are meant to be a homage to Star Wars. Um, they say that a lot of the idea for Destiny came from Star Wars. So If you kind of think about it, with the warlocks and their magic and their uh different abilities that they have, as far as their arc ability to shoot lightning, kind of like the force lightning in Star Wars, you can kind of see it. Again, we're working our way through the campaign now for the um, Guardian rank 3. So we're going to grab a weapon from here that lets us. I guess it won't let us. And we're going to make our way up here, make our way across over here, and start it right there. Uh, Ow, 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 ow. Oh, that works. Oh my. Oh no. Oh no. Um, ow. Whoa. man. Oh, come on. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. All right, going up. Bro, come on, bro. Ow. No. Almost done. Oh. All right, I gotta take a quick break. That's very, very annoying, and sometimes it happens. So I'm gonna step away. Okay, we got this. We got this. Ah, come on, bro. Oh, I'm getting tired. That has to be it. Bro. Bro. Finally. Okay, so that's the intro mission. Um, think that was the last thing. I didn't pay attention to what came up on the screen. My bad. Perfect. Oh, yep. Yeah. So once you complete your task, you'll come to the tower and come to this tree. And now you are able to use certain mods and your fire team finder. Kitty cat. Kitty cat. On our first exotic armor piece. So the 4-piece set is a 4-piece set for specifically to equip exotics. So we're gonna equip the exotic, and then we want us to do a solo op. So we have a specialist. So this is weapons and class. So we'll go class, and then we'll go additional class. Where is the class? Okay. Take away from health. And then special ammo and heavy ammo, just because we were struggling to keep our ammo up whenever we were using our special and our heavy. So that'll help with our ammo economy. And then from there, we'll go to our gloves. This is powerhouse, so weapons and super. This one will pick super to raise our super more. And then here we're going to go with void loader. And go with grenade font. Or no, we'll go with double grenade font. Fastball. And for our chest, we will go weapons and super again. We'll go an additional super mod. And from here, we'll go charged up, charged up. And then our boots. What is this? Gunner. We'll go weapons and grenade. We'll dabble in some grenade. And then we'll go stacks on stacks. And then we'll go void weapon surge for a little bit of boost to our void weapon. This is Reaver. We got class and melee. We'll raise our class to 100. And then we'll go time dilation, double time dilation. So once you have access to mods, you want to make sure to have mods equipped in all your armor pieces. This is going to raise your stats. This will lower our cooldown for our class ability. And this will raise our primary damage and special ammo damage and heavy ammo damage weapons. Super, this will increase the damage we do with our super. So if we wanted to, we could, where is the super at? Then on our helmet, we could pick super font to give us a little bit of a boost to our super. We could do that. So once we have orbs, we'll get a bonus and we'll have a level 100 super stat. That down. I'll go ahead and infuse all these to raise our power level. Like I said, if you're not going to use the armor or weapons, you may as well take the power for your armor and weapons you are going to use. So that's what we're doing. And so here I'm going to purchase weapons from Banshee and talk to Banshee. Equip mod in our ghost. Apply shaders to gear. Boon modifiers. Ops activities. So they want us to go and complete activities in solo ops and fire team ops. So that'll be our plan for tomorrow. For now, I am going to call it a night. I'm tired. I appreciate you guys watching this. This will be available to watch tomorrow. I will be at work. Like I said, if you make it this far into the video, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this on the side while you're doing something else, I appreciate that as well. Be sure to give a comment. Be sure to leave some feedback. And if you're not following the channel, please follow the channel so you can stay up to date with the builds and the suggestions. We will continue this series tomorrow. Continue building this Void Warlock. And we'll go from there. Thank you guys. And you have a good night, good afternoon, and good morning to all of y'all.